Hello, and welcome to Shelley's Spooky Stories Seance Sequester. Here we're going to read my 5th grade young author's novelette. See, it has a nice, appropriately spooky outer space cover. Ooh,
It's
did
blue.
that myself.
This doesn't quite capture it. It's
Yes,
blue.
I'm quite proud of this, although it was called disturbing by some adults. When we open it, we see the title is Murder at Midnight. We have a nice clock pointing to midnight. There's like some stars above it, by Shelley Foster. Illustrated by Shelley Foster.
Wow.
Thank you very much. I'm an artist, author and artist. We begin our story. Little Elaine Balmley was sitting in her room one night on her computer when she heard a storm approaching. It sounded fierce. Oh, I better go find a flashlight just in case, she thought. This is really good so far. She ran down the hallway to a parent's room to ask where she might find a flashlight, but she couldn't find them. They must be downstairs. Yeah, downstairs, of course. No close quotation mark. She hurried downstairs to find that her parents were not there at all. She ran to the garage. Her parents' cars were still there. Well, I have checked upstairs, I've checked downstairs, and I know they wouldn't go outside at a time like this. Oh, I know. By the way, correct way of continuing the quotation to the next paragraph. Good job, me. I know. I haven't checked the basement. There's probably a flashlight down there. Yes. My printer is not fancy. But her luck ran out too soon. Suddenly, the power went out. She couldn't see a thing because it was night. Even though the previous page, I didn't actually say it was night. Okay. That's fine.
Who knows?
Just then, she heard moaning coming from downstairs. She had to feel her way all the way down there. Didn't she just go get a flashlight? Whatever. She didn't have one.
Dropped it or something.
She went to her parents' room and she freaked out about them not being there. Okay, it's gonna be a long story because commentary. When she got down there, she heard more moans. Elaine figured it was her old Victorian house. Mom, Dad, are you down here? I guess they went for a walk and got caught in a storm. I better look for a flashlight, she said, getting more scared every second. But before she could, she heard a clap of thunder, followed by the most hideous laughter she had ever heard. I'm trying to set the scene.
So, okay.
The next second, a bolt of lightning hit outside.
Well, bam.
And with the light... First, we have a picture. It's a good place to put a picture.
She is in the middle of a sentence. On a page turn.
I was doing the best I can.
Anime face.
Yeah, I was really good at drawing anime. I was really good at drawing anime dogs, especially.
Well, you should have written a story about
There's
dogs.
nothing even in the vase. Like, I could have...
I like how it's just like a couch and a vase and so much blank space here.
Well, she has a large Victorian house.
Oh, okay,
They have a lot of excess stuff. That's a pretty nice lamp, though, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Look at
Let's
that.
admire
Good
that.
depth perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Purple.
All right. Let's continue.
I don't remember
Anyway.
what happened on the last page.
I'll continue the sentence. And with the light from the lightning, the caught a glimpse of a man standing there with his arms outstretched, laughing. In the distance, she heard the clock strike 12 o'clock. Not even like midnight, just like 12 o'clock. Who are you?
I don't know, I guess it's 12.
Shut up. This is the most pivotal, this is the climax.
Is this the pivotal point?
Okay, stop.
That was my book.
Nobody understands you. Who are you? What are you doing here? Get out! And then little Elaine was never seen again. The next
I decided
day,
I should be part of this.
You are. The next day, the police came to investigate the crime scene, but they couldn't find any evidence that anyone had been down in that basement. No trace of a girl named Elaine had lived there. No trace anyone had lived there. No trace a girl named Elaine and her family existed. It had all disappeared. A few weeks later, it happened again to a boy named Johnny Jameson. So good at making names. Once again, they found out, well then how did they know it happened to a boy named Johnny Jameson if all evidence... there's some plot holes here, but we'll just skim over them.
You're an omniscient narrator.
Once again, they found out the power went out, and it was exactly midnight when he disappeared. The police wondered whether or not this was a coincidence. Somehow, they didn't think so. Chrissy Langton, Elaine's best friend, became interested in how her friend disappeared and wanted to try to find her, if she was still alive. you know, because
A couple years later, oh yeah, what happened to that girl?
the police aren't doing anything about this, but, you know, Chrissy's gonna solve it all as, like, a 10-year-old. So she snuck into Elaine's old house, which had been condemned. Why? We'll never know. I guess it was an old Victorian house.
I don't know.
She got there after school, or they were just like, this is too spooky, let's just not. When she got there after school, and her parents didn't wonder where she was, she went down to the scene of the crime in the basement. She noticed that the big grandfather clock was stuck on midnight. Why was it in the basement? In fact, all of the clocks were stuck on midnight. She went upstairs. There wasn't anything in any of the rooms, and she couldn't turn on the light either, probably because it was condemned, and they probably cut off the electricity. She started to get scared and wondered why everything was like it was the night Elaine disappeared. Except for apparently there's nothing in any of the rooms.
Except clocks.
It's like just the clocks. Why are the clocks up there?
Let's get rid of everything. But you know what? I don't feel like taking that clock down.
Maybe like all the furniture's still there, but like I meant there's no evidence of people, so no like family
Probably,
pictures,
probably.
no like, you know, knickknacks or whatever.
And there's probably like dust cloths on things.
Probably. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. We'll fix these details when we turn this into a screenplay.
Yes.
But it wasn't like that when the police came.
Oh.
Then she realized, I don't know, there's some plot holes here. Then she realized that tomorrow night was the anniversary. This is a whole year. I just said a few weeks later. No, I did not say how much time later. So then, tomorrow night was the anniversary of when Elaine disappeared. Dun dun dun. She ran out as fast as she could. So she like waited a whole year to like care about her friend, even though
she
they were
was
best
mourning.
friends. Okay. So when the police came, there was nothing there. But then all of a sudden it became condemned, and like there was stuff, but there still wasn't anything in the rooms.
Well, there were probably like
except clocks.
There was probably like actual stuff when the police came, but then when it was condemned, there were like thieves and robbers and homeless people coming in, and they just took the personal things.
Now when she's here, she's saying it's exactly like the night when she disappeared, but it wasn't like that.
Oh, so
when
the thieves and
came.
robbers came to put things.
They felt bad.
Yeah, they're like, oh, let's make it look like Elaine lived here.
The house is recreating itself.
Yes.
They're like, we gotta recreate it for the anniversaries, guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Keep it consistent.
Pay homage. At school, Chrissy told her friends of her adventures at Elaine's house. I don't believe you really went there, one of her friends, Tom, exclaimed. I really did, but I didn't find anything, Chrissy lied. Did she find anything?
She found that she found nothing.
I think this is Tom again. Well, I think you should prove it. Chrissy Langton, I dare you to go and have a seance at Elaine's house on the anniversary, tonight. If you really didn't go there, you won't be scared that... Oh, this is Amanda. I'm sorry, Amanda. I was doing Tom's voice for you. You really won't be scared this time.
Amanda can sound like that.
But that was already Tom's voice.
Okay.
They can't be two people with the same voice.
That's true.
I'll do Amanda's voice
Maybe
even
they're twins.
deeper. You won't be scared this time. Amanda Banding, the meanest... Oh, she's mean. The meanest girl in school exclaimed. Why was she there? She's not your friend. I accept your dare, and I dare you three to come with me. Okay, so Tom, Amanda, and Andrew all agreed to come with her to the seance that night.
Way to set the scene.
That night, they all met at Elaine's house, telling their parents they were sleeping over at each other's houses. Lying.
Yes, I'm sleeping over at the house of the girl that I hate. Don't
Yes.
look for me, Mom.
Chrissy brought candles, and some snacks. And Andrew brought his Ouija board from home. They all went to the living room and sat down. Chrissy set up the candles in a circle around them, and Andrew put his Ouija board on the floor in front of them. They all put their fingers on the indicator and tried to contact her spirit. Here we have an end of a sentence, and then an appropriate picture.
Okay, that makes a
Here
little more
they're
sense.
doing the seance. There's some candles around
She's
her.
pretty happy about that.
No, she's just like, spirits,
Can you do that face again?
spirits, You know. There's the same couch
There's
and
the
the same
couch.
stairs. Look how
Yep.
consistent I am. There's
Wow,
half of the
very
same
consistent.
base.
No lamp because it's at the top of the stairs.
Yep.
There's a door.
Yep.
Where's the candle? There's a
Where's
candle.
the candle? There's not a candle. I'm really good at this.
Anime face.
Yeah. As all faces should be. Elaine, if you are in this house, please contact us. Show us a sign that you are here, Chrissy chanted. They all waited in silence. After about 3 minutes, Tom let out a sigh. Was Tom? I don't remember what Tom sounded like. Let's try again. Maybe she'll contact us this time. Chrissy tried again, but failed. She tried once more, but failed again. They decided to take a break and eat some snacks. But as they ate, they heard a thump come from upstairs, and another. Then they heard a sound like muffled talking. Oh no! Oh no, it's a ghost, Amanda exclaimed. Chrissy started chanting again. Was she, like, actually chanting, or was she just saying these words in a chant-like manner? We'll never know. Or she was, like, just, like, doing the ohms of yoga. Elaine, if that is you, please give us another sign. They heard another thump from upstairs, followed by more muffled talking, louder this time. Hear that? I think Elaine's... This is Andrew. He doesn't have a voice. Hear that? I think Elaine's trying to contact us, Andrew said with a
That
spark
sounds
of
like
hope.
an Andrew.
Well, no, duh. Who else could it be? Amanda said in a know-it-all voice. Guys, be quiet. I think she's trying to tell us something, but we won't be able to hear it if you keep bickering. That's a big word. Chrissy scolded. Oh, Elaine, she continued, please try to make your message clear. Suddenly, the indicator started moving under their fingers. It was spelling something out. CHRISTOPHERNOOK. This is much more effective if you were reading this. Ooh, I wonder what that spells, Amanda said. It spells Christopher Nook, Andrew told her, holding a piece of paper in his hand. But who was he? I don't want to stick around to find out. Find out, Tom exclaimed as they heard more ghostly noises. Ah! Ow.
Door slam.
Oh, I have a pain right here. She has a pain. It's a ghost pain. No, it hurts. Stop. Ow. Oh.
Should we take a break from this?
Maybe just a quick break.
Okay, see ya.
Okay, I'm facing sideways, by the way.
Yes,
That's how I have been.
It's fine.
The next day,
Dramatic.
they went to the local library to find information on this Christopher Nook because Google had not been invented yet. Excuse me, Tom asked the librarian. Do you know where we can find information on a certain person we're looking for? She led them to the back of the library where there was a door, and she said, get out! No, there was a door. They had to wait outside while she looked for records of Christopher Nook. That's like dedication.
Yeah.
Like, what kind of librarians do that? She would just be like, there's a computer right there. Like, go. I don't care. When she came back out 10 minutes later, she was carrying stacks of old newspapers. Oh, she had to go to the newspaper room. Newspapers and folders. The children got to work right away. Oh, yeah, Chrissy's like my voice. Wow, look at this, Chrissy exclaimed after about 3 minutes of looking. This has information on him from the day that he was born. Yeah, this says he was arrested when he was 19 years old for shoplifting, Amanda exclaimed. And this says he was put in the hospital when he was 28 after his fiancée died. Guess it sent him over the edge. Looks like he didn't have a very happy life, Andrew said with a sigh.
He sounds like a small Irish man.
That's what he is, okay? He's just like a 48-year-old Irish man who's like been held back in the 5th grade for a while. Hey, guys, I think you better take a look at this, Tom said, holding a newspaper. It says here that 2 years ago, around the same time Elaine and the other... This is 2 years ago now. She waited okay.
It said the next day.
Well, but it says 2 years ago when Elaine and the other boy disappeared. I guess she waited 2 years, so it's the 2nd anniversary of when Elaine disappeared.
Oh, okay.
She was sad. Around the same time that Elaine and the other boy disappeared, that Christopher Nook suddenly disappeared. He went to the store that day, went home, and then was never seen again. The police came to his house, but they couldn't find him. He's been missing ever since. I don't know about you guys, but... Oh, wait, this is Chrissy. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think this is a coincidence, Chrissy said. Yeah, me neither, Amanda confessed. Let's plan to go back to Elaine's house and see if we can get any more information tonight, Andrew said. I have a nice, like, equal balance of each character speaking here.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm a good author. That night, they met once again at Elaine's house, but this time, Andrew didn't bring his Ouija board because he's dumb. This time...
Andrew, we're coming for a seance. Why would you not bring the Ouija board?
This time, they were going to try to talk to Elaine face to face.
Without the Ouija board.
Yes. Oh, Elaine, Chrissy chanted as they sat once more on the floor of the living room of Elaine's house. If you can hear me, send us a sign. They waited as nothing happened.
Because you didn't have the Ouija board.
She tried again. Elaine, if you can hear me, send us a sign. Something. Anything! Please. She stopped as they heard muffled talking again. Crook. What? What's a crook? Amanda asked. Klook. Not a crook, a klook, Tom told her. Well then, what's a klook? Klook.
Muffled people have a hard time with vowels.
No. I'm really good at this. No, not a crook or a klook. She's saying clock, Chrissy satisfactorily exclaimed. Maybe there's something that'll help in one of the clocks, Andrew said hopefully. Yeah, but which one? Tom asked. I guess we'll have to check them all, Amanda exclaimed.
Because goodness knows there's a bunch in this house.
Why is Amanda, still hanging out with them? She's the meanest girl in school.
She's interested in death.
Okay. They ran around from clock to clock, trying to find one that had some sort of clue to it, but they were unsuccessful. Finally, they came to the big grandfather clock near the entrance to the basement. That's not the first one? It was, literally, okay. It was the only one still stuck on midnight.
So the others have changed since then.
I guess because today's not the anniversary anymore, so,
yeah.
The others moved on. This has to be it! This is the only clock left! Chrissy exclaimed with excitement. After some prodding and poking, they finally discovered the face of the clock opened up to reveal a hole that held only a piece of paper. Look, we were right. Oh, I hope this is what we were looking for, Amanda said with joy. Chrissy took the paper out. She smoothed it out so she could see what was written.
And then got her iron out.
Yes. Read it out loud. 5182 Nolan Street. What's this for? Chrissy questioned. Maybe there was gonna be a party there or something. So they put the party address in a clock. Yeah, Tom piped in. Or maybe that's where a famous robber hid his loot. I doubt that, but let's go to the library and see what we can find out, Andrew suggested.
Or just go to the address.
That's too much to ask of, 5th graders. The next day at the library, they were looking through records for information on 5183, even though previously on the page it was 5182 Nolan Street.
They were checking the neighbors out, too.
When they found what they were looking for.
Wait, let's see the discrepancy there. We got 51, 82, and 83.
And then later again, 82.
Where's your finger? We're looking for,
plot holes.
Something.
Hey, look at this, Amanda exclaimed. I found the records of all the people who lived in that house at 5182 Nolan Street, because that's just a thing that's available at the library.
Probably.
Maria Garber, Andrew Frank, Elaine Jameson. Wait, did you say Elaine Jameson? Oh my god, I see where this is going. It's really stupid. Did you say... Wait, who's talking? Wait, did you say Elaine Jameson? This is falling apart. Because that's the name of Christopher's fiancée, whose death made him go crazy, Andrew said excitedly. Yeah, well, what does that have to do with anything? Tom asked. Well, it must have to do with something, right? Andrew explained. Because did you ever notice how the names of the two people who disappeared are Elaine Baumley and Johnny Jameson? And how his fiance's name was Elaine Jameson? Oh. See the connection? I'm thinking he got so upset after his fiancée died. He got so upset that he killed our friend and that Johnny boy, because they had the same name. Don't you agree?
Did he say the word same name again?
Same name. Don't you agree?
Let's do that one more time.
They had the same name. Don't you agree?
Okay.
Uncapitalized next paragraph. The other simply stared at him for a moment. What is this Irish man doing in our group of 5th graders?
We didn't invite you.
Trying to take in everything he just said. Oh, I get it now, Chrissy exclaimed. And I agree. We should go to the police with our discovery. So the 4 of them went to the police station and told the police their story. The police decided to play along and go to the address, but saw the children weren't lying. When they got there, they found Christopher Nook hiding out there, and they arrested him.
Oh, he's here.
Because the ghost said so. The kids were proud of their good deed, and they were glad to help Elaine. The end. In a different font to emphasize that it is the end.
Do you have any author last words or something on the last page? Or you didn't write anything else?
Pulitzer Prizes. 12
per
page.
I really see how this could be fantastic, and it already is.
Yeah, the way you see it being fantastic is like in its pre-existing form.
There it is.
So yeah, good job to me.
Hope y'all are
I am
sufficiently
an award-winning authoress.
Spooky ooky.
Look at the sparkly planets.
Disturbing.